Hi everyone, this is the episode 2 of our KPI Cards and Widgets series where we would build a progress bar chart in Power BI using SVG and AI. As usual, we would go through the building process of the KPI card as well as the logic about the elements and ways to improve our visual design. Our second design is what I call the progress. As the name shows, it's a progress towards a certain target. Now that could be your weekly target, your monthly target, or your yearly target. In this case, we are talking about the revenue, so usually that is planned for the whole year, and that is why we have the yearly or year-to-date target here. If we look at the anatomy of the card, it's quite simple. We've got the KPI icon that could be specific to your metric. We've got the dynamic title with the date filter. So we have got revenue versus target. What are we measuring? We are measuring year-to-date. We are very explicitly defining that in the title. And what is the month for that? That is October 2024. The KPI number, it's written in a bolder, darker and bigger font. So that is the focus of attention. Then we've got the target year to date to be achieved. That's written in a lighter, smaller and a normal font. We've got this visual, the bar visual that shows us the progress. And also we've got the percentage achieved of the target. So how does our focus work? We look at the main number and then we look at this bar visual. We see, okay, what is the target that is to be achieved? We are missing some of it. How much is it? And following that F pattern, we can also see the percentage completed. Let's head over to Power BI and start building the visual. We've got this starter file that you can download from the link in the description below, and then you can follow along in the video. Before we head over to Claude and start building the visual, I want to show you how big pain it is if you want to build this visual using the native visuals. If I select this, I've got this one, and here you can see I've got the card, a text box, another bar, a shape, this text box again, and then I've got image. So there are so many elements that I had to put together if I want to build it using the native visuals. That is something that we're not going to do here. We're going to go to Claude and start building the visuals directly in SVG. The first thing that we're going to do is first I'm going to paste the visual and then I'm going to write a very simple prompt. I'll paste it from my source where I wrote it. It says, can you create the DAX code for creating SVG inside Power BI for this visual? Keep the code clean by keeping the variables for the numbers at the top so I can change them whenever I want. I don't want to use it as an HTML visual, so keep it SVG that is used in DAX. Let's go. Okay, great. It has written the SVG. I'm going to copy this and go back to Power BI, create a new measure, and let's copy it like this. Fine, enter. Let's see what it does. Now we're going to bring the image visual, which is this one. It's becoming my favorite visual, by the way, but let's see how it goes. And we are going to bring in format, size and style, select from data. Simply bring this. Okay, that's a very good visual in the first try, I would say. What I would want to do is change the position of this towards the right, and it should be very easy. And the second thing should be that I want to bring this towards the bottom and make the height of this SVG slightly larger. Let's do it, and let's try to do it manually because it shouldn't take much time. And we also need to understand how the code works. We've got the revenue progress SVG. We've got these variables. We are going to replace them. Great. We've got the visual configuration. Okay, that's the place where we can set up the height. We've got the icon configuration, the text configuration, progress bar configuration. Okay, that's great. And we've got the calculations for the bar width, the format percentage, and the percentage text. Great. We've got all of this code. So this script looks quite good and clean. And now let's try to play with it. The first thing I want to do is to increase the height of this visual. I am going to go to this one and let's make it 200. Let's make this 350. It can be 175. Yeah, so this looks quite good to me. Now we just need to bring this towards the bottom, bring this slightly upwards and bring this to the right. And that's going to be quite easy. We go back. Okay, text, amount, color, amount, Y. It's title Y plus 35. So let's make it 60. I think 65 should work. Yeah, that's perfect. And also let me just put it to 100. This is the actual size of the visual. Okay, the next thing we want to do is to bring the target towards the right. So we can go to the target, that is this one, target X, right? And that is padding plus 110. Let's make it 240, for example. Okay, and we've got it here. Fine, that's okay. We want to bring the bar up and the percentage along with that. So we'll follow the same technique. I'll quickly forward it. Okay, so we have done this as well. Now we are going to replace the numbers with the variables. Go to this current revenue. Here we want to bring in the year to date, the current revenue total year to date. Enter. Okay, it changed. The next thing we're going to do is to replace this number and this percentage, and I'll do that quickly. Alright, for formatting the number, we can have a look at the code and we can see that it's formatting it here. Simply divide this by 1000 and put a K at the end. Do the same with this. And that's it. If we look at this percentage number, I think we made a change here that we were multiplying it by 100, but we noticed that it's being divided by 100. So let's do like that. Remove this 100 and remove this 100. This is it. Now it's the same. So what we have to do here is format it. Format this as 0.0. We have to multiply it by 100 and then it should be fine. Okay, one last thing that I have to do is to make sure that the visual hierarchy of the colors is consistent. First, let's start with the title. So the title text, title color, here it is. It's shown as this one. What I would go for is six times. Okay, I would go the same for the target color, six times, and the same for the percentage color. Okay, now everything is consistent. If you just want to add just a bit of flavor to it, it shows some kind of color depending on the target ranges, and that is set by your company. And for that, what we can do is basically I'll bring it var percent color here, and from here I will bring in the color, this one. Okay, and color target percentage 3. That's the one. Enter. And now we can see if the percentage was less, it becomes red or amber, and then it becomes green. One very quick thing, we can remove the border from here and we can bring it as the border of the visual. We can remove the stroke width and we can put it to 0. It's there, but it's not visible. We can go to size and style. We've got the visual border, the rounded corners. We can have it. We can make it any color that you want. There is one last thing. I'm not sure if you've noticed that, and that is about the title. The title also has to change according to the filter selected. The title should be here somewhere. Title text, right? Revenue, year to date, progress. Okay, so this has to change. So let's put it here. var underscore title text versus underscore target. Yeah, that's the one. And then we are going to replace it here. As I say, inverted commas 2 times, ampersand 2 times, space 2 times, and then you paste it. That's it. And we've got revenue versus target September 2025. Okay. We have designed our first visual, but if we can change some of the elements, then we can make another visual, as you can see on the screen. We've got the number that could be like in thousands, in millions, and so on. We'll have a look at it, how we can change that. We have the word of progress here, 96% completed. It has come on this side, and the progress bar, it's going to change along with the percentage completed. So that's quite simple, and we can do it very easily in Claude. What we have to do is that we have to take the screenshot of this one, and then we have to paste the DAX in Claude and ask it if it can change that. The second method is that we can do it manually, and with our skills now, I think we can do it within 5 minutes. And remember that we are building this library of KPI cards, right? So you have to do it only once, and in the future, whenever you want to put it in your dashboards, you have the design ready, you have all of the code ready. You just go there, put your metrics there in the code, and there you have it. It's ready, it's done for the future, right? So let's head over to Claude and try to change our code to get this visual. All right, we are in Claude, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna paste it, and then I'm going to paste my code from here, but I will first rename it. I will put it SVG underscore revenue underscore total underscore KPI underscore design 2, because this is design 2 of the series, style 1. I'm gonna copy this code and ask Claude if it can change, right? So I'm gonna say, let's call it 2 so I don't have to change it later on. After the code, I will paste the prompt that I have written before. I have slightly modified the code that you gave me. This is the updated code. Now update this code to build the visual as shown in the image. Adjust the format of the metrics if necessary. Keep the structure of the code as it is. Enter. All right, it has written the code. Copy. So new measure. Paste it, enter. We copy it, paste it here, and in the format style, we are going to bring in the second code, which is this one. Perfect. So it has done quite a lot of improvement. Yep. And now it's your test to follow the same steps that I showed you in the start to improve this visual. What you have to do is first you have to bring this target towards the right. You have to increase the font size of this slightly bigger, and this also has to come towards the left. And then you have to adjust the title also. Like you have to adjust the size, the font size, as well as the color. One thing I want to show you is how it's changing the formatting, and we have to see if it's changing the formatting or no. And the second thing is about the bar. So let's go back to this code. Firstly, the bar color, which is very straightforward, and that is we go to the bar fill color. Yeah, that's the one. We have it here, right? So we'll bring it up, and then we have to basically put it like that and make this one as maybe it's 1. Yeah, okay, let's keep it like that. Okay, and what I want to do here is the formatted current, this one. It should be something like, I will show it to you. I'll paste the code from my other Power BI file. This is how it is. It says that if current revenue is greater than 1 million, then you have to divide it by million, and you have to put it in this format with 2 decimal places. If it's greater than 1000, then you have to simply divide it by 1000 and keep it in this format. Else you will keep it in this format. So we've got these 3 conditions. Let's see, that's gonna work. Yeah. And you can do the same for the target, but remember to keep them the same. If this is in millions, this should be in millions. If this is in thousands, this should be shown in thousands as well. Last but not the least, what I like to do as well is to remove the dollar sign, because this is redundant, and we can know that if we're talking about revenue, we are talking about a currency that we know of. It's dollars, it's pounds, it's euros, whatever it is. So we don't have to show this dollar sign. It's taking an extra space, really. Like this is also something that needs to be removed. I also have a third variant of this design. I'll give you the screenshot. You can go over to Claude and you can build this visual by yourself. In this card, we are following the visual hierarchy as well, that we are looking at the number, and we achieved 94% of the target, which is a medium range. And what was the target? The target is 2.90 million. Alright, so we've built the chart, everything is good. But does it have any limitations? Of course. So what are these trends? We have already talked about it. It's minimal, uncluttered layout. But there is no trend indication. How is the monthly progress? It doesn't show us the exact dollar gap. We don't get to see it right away. There is no comparison with prior year. Is the target optimistic or no? We don't know it. And then there are no drivers shown. Which products or regions are meeting the target and which products are lying behind, right? So all of this has to be shown. For that, we have a tooltip which is quite similar to our previous video, but here there's a slight difference. We've got the gap to revenue target that shows us the difference between the actual and the target, and this should be read, by the way. Then we've got the revised revenue target. So what we are saying here essentially is, if for example from January to September we achieved 112 less than the expected target, then in the remaining months, that is from October to December, we want to achieve or compensate for this amount. That means that in the remaining 4 months, if the original revenue target was 938, I want to achieve this much more to get to the revised revenue target, to achieve the 100% target. This is just one sample logic that I'm explaining here. It's not necessarily applicable to all of the businesses, and you can adjust these 3 KPIs according to your business logic. We've got the monthly trend where we are showing the current year, the prior year, but this time we also have the target. Then we've got the super category breakdown, that is the product category or product super category in our dataset, where we are showing which product categories are exceeding the targets and which are not able to achieve the targets. But for a high level view, I think this is enough. In this video, we are not going to build this tooltip because that would be repetitive. I have built a similar kind of tooltip in episode 1. You can go there and you can learn how to build this kind of tooltip. For this visual, we are good. Thank you for watching, and please let me know in the comments what do you think about this visual and what are the use cases in your opinion where you can use this visual. Thanks again. See you in episode 3 and have a nice day.